Hello and welcome to another episode of the WPPodcast. This one has been in the making for quite a while. And yeah, I've been promising this for ages now, so I need to get it out, I think. Um, well, so in the beginning of March, there was a show down in Italy, the first show in Europe for, yeah, at least I think 5 or 6 years, even more, 7 years maybe. Um, there were two seasons with the UPF shows in Europe in the late 2010s, maybe, yeah, before the pandemic and everything. Um, and those people who had those shows, they later started the EPF, the European Pulling Federation. They are still going and having a lot of shows each year. But now the Italian couple, Simo and Valentina, chose to put on a UPF show in Italy, a dawn of a new chapter, I think it was called. And I made the decision to drive down there and see for myself, much because of the guest judges they had, especially the Americans that came over or was invited over. So Brian Hosfold, Melinda Hosfold, and Mr. Funnyman Emmanuel came over, and they had judged the weight pulling and a couple of other things. So it was not just weight pulling; it was also the UPF Triple Crown, I think it's called, with the wall climb and mill race and something else, I think. But I went down there mainly for the weight pulling because, yeah, this is the weight pull podcast. So, of course, weight pulling is the thing that I was most interested in. And I have a brand new respect for everybody who drives that far. So for me, it was a 24-hour drive with 2 or 3 hours sleep. I drove down there by myself, so I was really happy that I didn't have any dogs with me, so I didn't have to cater to their needs. But it was a nice drive down. If I'm gonna drive that road again, I will do a little bit different route on the way down. But otherwise, it was really, really nice through Germany and Switzerland, and then over the Saint Bernard passage, I think it was called, and down to the area where the show was in the Turin area in northern Italy with the Alps as a backdrop. It was super nice, and I must say it was amazing to go down there, and the people were really nice and was really good experience, and I was welcomed very good. Most of the people there, they know each other from earlier competing at not UPF, EPF, and also EWPO shows and ADBA shows in Europe. But as many Scandinavians, we tend to not travel that far for the shows, and that's a real pity. And for those who are watching on this on YouTube, you can see a lot of bulls, so you don't need to see my ugly face talking. Yeah, back to this. Unfortunately, we don't travel down. Myself traveled only one time outside of the Scandinavia or the Nordic countries to EVPA's show in 2018 down at Tosten's place in Germany. Maybe the worst show I ever been on. Not the show itself, but my performance was the worst ever from a decade of pulling. But Anyways, otherwise, there's not a lot of Scandinavians or Nordic people that go down further down in Europe, and I think that's a pity because it's a long drive, but all of the people in the rest of Europe, they are driving quite far every time. A lot of them had driven here 10 to 20 hours to get there, and yeah, I really like that people invest the time and effort to go around and compete with each other, or just see each other actually, because we need to build the community of all of Europe, not only different areas like Scandinavia or western or eastern part of Europe. So I really like that. And well, if you look at how the weight pulling was compared to what I'm used to, it's a lot different. I really, really liked it. And there was a lot of good dogs and a really good track, and the scenery and everything was really nice. It was really down to earth, easy for everybody to get access. And yeah, it was more of a friendly pull that I'm used, more than I'm used to. Um, a lot of the times, or almost all the times, up in the Nordic countries, it's high competition, and it's fierce competition, and it's really, really serious. But here it was serious, but not the same way. The vibe was more friendly and more party, and more a get together, and I think that's one of the main goals of the UPF organization. At least that was what was I thinking about. But I think, well, if anybody has another opinion, please inform me. Yeah. So back to the show. Due to the way to do the wave pool, uh, I didn't really recognize what was going on in the beginning. I knew that the pool would be in just one straight pull, with the weight increases and no separate weight classes and stuff like that I'm used to. So, but it took a little while to get used to that, and realize what was going on. And I didn't know many of the dogs. I knew a couple of them, but I had to wait a couple of hours before I could see them pull. But I saw their handlers pulling other dogs, and I really liked it. And one of the big differences is I'm so used to having the fence around the track and not being able to really see the dogs when they pull. And when you don't have that fence around the track, in this case it was as you can see if you watch this video, it's a rail track. And especially up in the EWPL, with the fencing, the rail track needs to have a plexiglass fencing on one side, and it's pretty much a sheet board of some kind, like OSB or plywood, on the other side. But that makes it very, very hard to see the dogs good from the side where the audience is. So, because the plexiglass is always scratched and stuff like that, so it's not that easy to see, and especially if it's sunny out, it's even harder to see the dogs. But here you can really, really see the dogs, and that's, for me at least, very, very nice. And I've seen this before when I looked at the live streams from especially shows in the US, but there's not a lot of dogs that go off the track. And that's one of the reasons why there are fencing in the rules in the EVPL up in the Nordics. So when I see that there aren't any, maybe not, it wasn't that many dogs, at least very, very few that went off the track at all. even though there was a lot of, not a lot of, but some novice dogs and not that experienced dogs, and some really experienced dog at this show at least. So I think if there is anybody that competes in the Nordics and sits on the EVPL board, you should really consider to take that fencing away from the track. I can't see the reason for it. It doesn't make anything more safe for the dogs, and I think it's only negative actually for the dogs. And as you can see, if you watch this on YouTube, you can see that there's not a lot of dogs going off track. Almost no one. I think there was, maybe I didn't get it on video, but there was some instance. But I think it was, of all the pools that were made in these 2 days. On Friday is the first, and then on Sunday the second pool. I think maybe 2 or 3, 4, yeah, at the max 5 occasions where dogs went off track. So I can't see the safety problem with having no fences. And as you can see the dogs really, really good. And I really like that. And that was a big difference for me, experience that on site. Yeah, I really like that. Otherwise, it's to have no weight classes and just do everything in one pool. It has a lot of perks, and it has some negative parts as well, I think. So one thing is the cart handling and the people that needs to put bricks on the cart. They need to work a lot less to do it like this. But also from a spectator point, it's very hard to know how's the competition going. And the people that been that know me from Sweden, they know that this is one of the things I really have worked on the last, or at least the last 5 years that I pulled competitively, to make sure that the audience have the chance to know what's going on. And that's one of the big perks of doing weight class by weight class. But even then, it's hard to know. So if you don't have any scoreboard or leaderboard or anything like that you update during the show, then it doesn't really matter if you do by weight class or if you do it like this in one continuous pool. So if there is anything to be done, and this is for all shows, I think, at least that I've seen, to have some kind of leaderboard. I know it's hard and it's a lot of work, but it's yeah. Actually, it's not that much work, and it's not that hard. I pretty much have a template already with Google Docs, so it's all free. So all you need is a computer or a laptop or iPad or something like that, and a screen connected to it. And you can have a live scoreboard that everybody can see. And that you can do that also when it comes to a continuous pool like this, so everybody can see how every weight class is going. Because I think when you do it like this, and this is the way pretty much everywhere outside of the Nordics, I think, you as an audience, it's hard to know, but I think a lot of the competitors, they know very well where they stack against the competition. And especially the more experienced ones. So I'm recording this a couple of days after the Bully Max show, where Cold River Eli pulled a new world record with two dogs, the two brothers. But I talked a little bit with Emmanuel Feynman Cannell after that, and asked how it went with for Kelly. And to this note that the experienced competitors, they know where they are. So Emmanuel, he only did one pull with Kelly, and after that she had won the weight class and the division, and so Emmanuel is a very experienced handler, so not everybody can do it like that. But as a spectator, it's hard to know what's going on. Um, for everything except the most weight pulled uh, total for the show. So that's the easiest. The dog that pulls the latest weight has done the most weight pull for the show. But otherwise, I think this is a thing that a lot of shows would um, find nice for the audience, at least. So back to the UPF show in Italy. Um, Simo and Valentina, they had done a really, really great job setting up the area. A lot of nice things like a food car and the flags for everybody to see, all the nationalities and stuff like that. Tents to sit in if the weather wasn't that nice, and a lot of chairs and things like that. So they really did a really good job. And with that, you also should know that they have really, really good dogs, both Simo and Valentina. And if you heard my show with Valentina, we mentioned them there. But I really, really liked to see Epic, especially. And it's something about that dog that just, um, yeah, something something special with that dog for me. But there was a lot of good dogs to see at this show, and you can see that a lot of the handlers have done this quite a while, and that was really nice to see. And the friendly attitude from everybody was super nice. I went down there, and actually, I can't say that I didn't know anybody. I've interviewed a couple of the people there for the podcast, but otherwise I've never met them or spoken with them more than around the interviews. Um, but yeah, there was so they were so friendly, and I really, really enjoyed it. And the level of the best dogs here are really, really good, I think. When I first saw the track, I got a feeling that it would be heavy. But it was, yeah, it after a while I got the experience that express no, well, shit, I can't find the word, but I got the feeling, at least, that the cart wasn't that heavy that I thought from the beginning. And you could see that, especially when you see the really, really good dogs and the heavy dogs, or the heavy dog, bitch, as she was called, or is she called still. But that's another part. That's, well, of course, in Europe we are comfortable with kilos, but as soon as everything is in pounds, as it should be when it's the American rules, but it's hard to translate that automatically in your head, and to see how good the percentages are. But without that, it didn't really bother me when I was looking. I like numbers, and I like statistics and stuff like that. But it was really, really nice to see all the dogs. Another thing that stood out for me when I compare this to what I'm used to from the Nordics, that's that the novice dogs are pulling together with everybody else. And I think that's good for the novice dogs. this was the way in the beginning when I started in 2009 in Sweden. Then the novice dogs pulled together with the rest of the dogs as well. But today they have their own weight class or whatever you want to call it. They call it a fun pool in our area, and it's typically one day of the 2 day show, and after the competition, typically on day one, on a Saturday, there's a fun pool. So all the new dogs that never had been competing, or people that don't want to compete with the dog on day one, they enter the fun pool. And it's more heavily regulated when it comes to how many pulls and how heavy you can pull, and that's one of the reason it goes by itself. So, and I feel that there was a little confusion, at least from my end, what dogs are novice and which dogs aren't. But that comes more down to that I didn't know the dogs. I think, yeah. So there's a lot of difference, and one of the things that I'm not really sure how to express this, but I thought I knew a lot about weight pulling before, well, a year ago. With the when I look back, well, of course I did know a lot, but I didn't know as much as I do now. And I've been quite arrogant when it comes to other organizations the last 10 years, and I've yeah, my eyes have opened up really, really much the last year when I've talked to a lot of Americans, but also looked a little bit more down in the rest of Europe and see how everything is going. And so my view of everybody in the rest of the world has changed a lot, and I'm very, very impressed with not only the good dogs, but also or the best dogs, but also all the other dogs, because I think the level is very high. And when I spoke with Benze in that episode, I also got the knowledge that the baiting era in the formerly Eastern Europe block is gone pretty much. So, and that's really nice to hear. And you could see that also here because, well, the training is a little bit different, and the rule sets are a little bit different, and you could be a lot closer to your dog when you pull them, and that makes a lot of difference in how to handle the dog compared to what I'm used to. And also the whole how to say, the whole atmosphere, that it wasn't that strict or super competitive when it comes to at least the atmosphere at the show, and that made everything not as cutthroat all the time. Maybe this is just because when I compete, I get the devil on my shoulder, and I get bit by the competing bug, or whatever the expression is in English. I don't know it, but maybe that's the reason why I get this feeling. But this was a really breath of fresh air, I think it's called, to see how, not only in videos but on site, to see things a little bit different. And I think there's a chance that the sport can come together more when it comes to rules. A lot of rules between organizations are quite similar. There's a lot of organizations out there. I've just done a work or some research for another episode later on. And there's a lot of organizations in Europe. There are at least four organizations, and I know at least maybe five also. But and most of them are quite similar. So, well, let's not go into that in this episode. But it's a pity in one way, but also good in another way. One of my friends here in Sweden, he went down to a EBPO show in Belgium. Um, Maybe I think that's in April sometime. Yeah, and he got pretty much the same feeling as I had here in Italy. I really liked it, and a lot of nice people and everything like that. So I think for the Nordic people, we should travel more outside of our comfort zone and where the languages are quite similar to each other. But yeah, so back to the show. So on Friday, they had this weight pull, and then on Saturday there was a wall climb and a mill race. And the big thing for me that day was that Brian and Emmanuel, they had a workshop uh, in the evening. Talked about how they train and had some questions taken and answered them, and was really interesting to listen to this. And it's still, well, it's, as I said before, it's quite different from the way that I've been training and the way that my philosophy around training has been, and I've changed that a lot the last 2 years at least, and even more the last year now. But it was really interesting to listen. And the most funny part about it was that you could see on Sunday that a lot of the people that was there and had asked questions and got them answered, and they changed the way they handled the dogs on Sunday for the second pool. And for a lot of the people, it looked a lot better. So it's a big thing to be coachable in this as well. To listen to the people that has been doing this for a lot more, a lot longer than yourself, and especially if they have been successful with a lot of dogs, I think, because then they actually know what they are talking about. And in this case, it was two people that really knew what they were talking about. And that's really nice to see that people could take that information and transfer it to how they handle the dogs, and to get the result that quick. And I actually think that we will see a lot of these dogs competing and performing a lot better if the handlers remember what they did and what information they got from Brian and Emmanuel. And that was really nice to hear or see. And you could see that on Sunday, a lot of the dogs did a lot better. Not a lot, but they did better than they did on Friday. There's many reasons for that. It's nice to have a rest day, even though a lot of the dogs did the wall climb, but still it was a rest day from pulling. And it was a lot, wasn't bad weather on Friday, but we started later and it was a little bit cooler. And then on Sunday we started a little bit earlier and the weather was better, so more sun and a little bit warmer outside. And I think that makes a difference for the dogs and the track. So it was a really nice experience, and I really like to see the dogs. And as you can see, if you watch this on YouTube, my my cameraman skills aren't that good. I'm trying, and I'm trying to learn. but it's way harder than I thought. So big props to the people that really um, are making good videos. Uh, it's even though I have a okay camera, it's hard to make it good. And well, besides all the competition and weight pulling, it was awesome to see. It was really, really nice in the evenings and during the days, as I've been talking about. Um, Especially the evenings, I got to spend 2 evenings with a lot of the people that went there, and then went out to dinner and a lot of nice conversations, and got to know some really, really nice people. And I think this is the most important thing with this experience, is that the community is full of really, really nice people that actually are super interested in helping um, and exchanging ideas, and discuss all things dogs, not only pulling. So I had a really, really, really good time, and I can't wait to do it another time. I really hope that we can see more UPF shows here in Europe. It feels, I got the impression that at least there will be one more show this year, maybe two. Um, I can't wait to see what's happening there, and it feels like also the EBPO and also the EPF are coming along good. Um, I know that there's been a little bit less dogs here in the Nordics to the shows, but that's a whole other issue. So, but still, I have great expectations about the sport. I really love the sport, and it's so nice that it's populated by so many very nice people. I can't name them all, um, because then I will unfortunately forget to name some of them. But yeah, it was a really, really good experience to go down and see how UPF Italy looked like. And yeah, Simo and Valentina had done a really, really good job. You should have a lot of props for that. It's was really nice, and I couldn't been more welcomed than I was. So thank you very much, and thanks everybody who was down there and made this experience so good. And I'm very sorry that it's taken me 2 months to make this video, but well, here it is, and I hope you enjoy it. And even if you have muted me to just see all the dogs pulling, well, then it's that way. It's no problem. Well, thank you very, very much. I think there's a couple of more dogs pulling, and the video is a little bit longer than my speech here. So, well, yeah, enjoy the dogs, enjoy the great performance by Valentina with Tabby. It's really nice to see her. And we have also Boo from with Stephanie, but Boo is from the Cochrans that I also interviewed. So it's really nice to see those American bred dogs pull. It's different. They have this extra level, and I've learned now that there are a little bit more weight pull bred dogs here in Europe. So hopefully we will get an episode soon with someone that has some Whipple bred dogs that I haven't mentioned before. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much. And for those who feel the urge to help the podcast out, please subscribe here on YouTube or on Spotify or wherever you listen or watch this. It helps a lot. I think it's something around 74% of the ones that watch the YouTube videos, they aren't subscribers. So please subscribe, and it helps the podcast to get more recognizable for everybody else. And if you want to take your support a little bit further, you can always support me on Patreon. It's a lot of time and money to make these podcasts, so every little thing helps. It's I will continue to do this anyways, but it's always nice if anybody wants to help out. Awesome. Thank you very, very much, and to the next time. Bye.
Come on, Fred! Hop, 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 go, Bacon! Go, Bacon! Hop, Fred! Go! Come on, Björn! Go! 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 Go!
Polako, samo opušteno.
Eto radi. Spremna? Tu je, Kiko, tu je! 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 Tu je, Kiko! Tu je, Kiko! Tu je, Kiko! Tu je! Tu je! Tu je! Tu je, tu je, tu je, tu je, tu je, tu je! Gledaj, tu je, tu je, tu je! Tu je, tu je, tu je, tu je, Kiko! Tu je! Yep. Good girl. Heel kort bij. No. Yes. Come on. Hop. Come on. Lower.
Yes, because it's totally different. With Alano, just that
Good feet. Come on.
all training,
Come on.
every day.
Come on.
It's not,
Come on. Come on. Good pull. 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 Pull, Tabby. Pull. 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 Brava. Yeah, go. Hop, 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 go. Make it go. Go, Bacon. Hop. Hop. Hop.
Here we go.
Hop. 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 Come on, you man. Come on, you man. Come on, you man. Hop, 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 hop. Help.
Good
Come on, you man.
job,
It's
Bacon.
finished.
Good job, Bacon.
Good feet.
Pull! 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 Pull that big! Pull! Pull! Pull that big! Pull! Pull that big! Pull! Pull that big! Pull!
Avanti, vai avanti, vai
Pull that
avanti.
big!
Vai avanti.
Pull! Pull that big!
Vai.
Pull! Fermo!
Seri. Due, 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 due,
Bravo, Kiko.
due, 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 Kiko. Due, 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 Kiko. Due, Kiko. Due, Kiko. Due, Kiko.
Very good.
Come, baby girl. Up, 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 up. Come on, mate. Good girl. Come on. Up, 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 up. Rustig. Up, 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 up. Goed, vriend. Kom maar, mijn jongen. Kom maar, jongen. Kom maar, jongen. Kom maar, jongen. Heel goed. Heel goed.
Oh,
Kom maar. Go.
Like a inflatable jacuzzi.
Kijk je voetje. Goed. Heel goed,
We
jongen.
have one
Kom
at
maar.
home.
Rustig.
oh, 1801.
Kom maar, jongen.
Queste le donne.
Goed, mooi. Kom maar, jongen. Goed.
Ma sì, lo sai, adesso non so cosa ho detto Fiori.
Goed.
Che ha detto oggi.
Kom, vriend. Hop, 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 hop,
Oh, buddy, let's go.
Non è donna speciale.
Heel goed, vriend.
Yeah, good boy.
Lì vicino?
Full, Tabi, full, 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 Tabi, full. Bravissima. Full, Tabi, full. Full, Tabi, full, Tabi, full. Full, Tabi, full. Full, Tabi, full. Full, Tabi, full. Full, Tabi,
Stop, stop.
Ik heb namelijk weer.
Kom maar, maat. Hop, 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 hop. Good girl. Kom maar, meid.
Heel knap een leuke liedje.
Kom maar, meid. Kom maar, meid. Kom maar, meid. Good girl. Go, go, go. Hop, hop, hop. Kom op, meid. Kom op, meid. Good girl. Go. Go.
Ik heb best goed lekker overdag gaan trainen.
Goed.
Gewoon in de
Goed.
afstand stond. Ja.
Goed.
De avonden komen ben ik om lekker warm te
Goed.
houden. In die zin ben ik al een paar jaar bezig met de training.
Goed.
We deden we wel die events samen. Iedereen
Goed.
over mini laat.
Goed, heb ik.
Ja, leuk.
Goed. Goed, heb ik.
En was hij ook gewoon wel eerlijk in. En deed mini sowieso beter voelen dan voor hem dan voor mij. Ging altijd.
Goed, heb ik. Goed.
Bravo, bravo.
You go get him, boy. Yes, sector. Voetjes in de grond, voetjes in de grond. Yes, yes. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Kom maar, vriend. Yes, Hector. Yes. Kom maar, Hector. Kom maar, Hector. Kom, 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 kom. Hector. Get him, boy. Kom, 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 kom hier. Kom hier, vriend. Kom hier, vriend. Kom hier, vriend. Kom hier, vriend. Kom, Hector. Kom, Hector. Yeah. Let up, baby girl. Hop, 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 hop. Good girl. Go. 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 Go, boo. Go. Go. Go, boo. Yes, girl. Yes. Vriend. Hop, 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 hop. Kom maar, jongen. Goed. Kom maar, jongen. Go. 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 Go.
You got it.
Go, vriend. Go.
You got it.
Go, vriend. Go. Go. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. Get him, boy. Good boy.
25, 12.
Volgens mij die pose die jij hebt gezien. Dat vind ik juist een mooie pose.
Ja, dat dacht ik al. Go. Hop. Go, bitch. Go, bitch. Good girl. Come on. Hop. Good girl.
Moeten mij niet doen, niet
Come on, man! Up, 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 up! Good girl! Come on, man! Good girl! Come on, man!
Get her up the hill.
Good girl! Yes! Go! 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 Go, baby girl! Go, baby girl! Come on, baby girl! Yes!
soms ook naar buurt heb getypt. Dan ging met hem al in de auto staan.
Good girl, bitch. Come on. Come on.
auto.
Go, bitch. Go, bitch. Hop, 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 hop. Good girl, bitch. Good girl. Oh, 15. Hey, hey. Work. Work. Good summation. Here, come. Ah, that is fun. Come on, Nation. Come on. Go. Come on. Here, bitch. Go, bitch. Hop. Go, bitch. Go, bitch. Hop. Hop. Go, go, bitch. Let's go. Work. Go, 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 go. Hop, go, bitch. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Hop, let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Go, 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 go. Yes. Good.